Welcome back. This morning, Drew Engelbart has been sharing information from CHSAA that record high number of kids. They are participating in after-school activities and sports being the most popular.
Yeah, a lot of those are sports. And the temperatures, 90 degrees right now, it can bring some serious concerns for student athletes. So we got Dr. Kristen Woodward in here. It's so good to have you.
It's so good to be here.
We love chatting with you because you've always got such good insight on how to take care of our kids, which is so important to so many of us. And if they're out there practicing in 90-degree heat, that concerns me.
Absolutely. So exertional heat-related illness is a big issue. It's a medical emergency, and athletes, coaches, medical trainers, they need to know the signs and symptoms and how to prevent it because it is preventable.
So what do we need to be looking out for?
So the signs and symptoms of heat exhaustion, they're nausea, vomiting, headache, disorientation, fatigue. If any of those athletes are showing this, they need to be taken out of the sun, put into the shade, or preferably air conditioning, and then they need to start to rehydrate. If the symptoms don't improve, you need to call 911. This can rapidly lead to heat stroke, which again is a medical emergency, and you need to have an action plan in place.
You got to know what you're going to do if something like this were to happen. Does it happen to kids? Is it that common?
So it's not as common as it is something that we need to be concerned about.
Sure.
And it certainly is very common at this time of year in the summer and in the fall because the temperatures are very hot.
Now, from a coach's standpoint, when do you call practice off or maybe move the practice indoors?
Well, that's a good question, and unfortunately we can't say at this temperature you need to cancel practice because every kid is different. What we need to do is focus on how to prevent it. So we want kids to drink about a half a liter of water before they even go out on the field, so the hour before. And then kids in high school, they should be drinking about a liter to a liter and a half of water every hour. If they're on the field for more than an hour, they need to switch over and add something with electrolytes.
Okay, and this is almost 2 liters, so you're saying drink almost an entire bottle of this every hour while you're out there.
Yes, exactly.
Which seems like a lot. You'd have to go to the bathroom a lot, but that's okay.
Well, you're losing a lot of sweat and you're losing the fluid, and so it's really important to stay hydrated.
Well, aside from being hydrated, are some kids more susceptible to heat stroke than others?
So we know that kids, it's really important that they acclimate to the heat. So if you have a kid who's never played football and then they go on the football field, they have all the padding, those kids are susceptible. We know that kids who are overweight are more susceptible to heat-related illness. And so it's something that they need to be conditioned for, we need to be aware of, and then there needs to be that action plan in place.
Dr. Woodward, always great advice. Appreciate the insight here. Let's get over to Brooks to talk about that hot weather because today's one of those days and we're probably